Good morning, I'm Jummy Olabanji.
And I'm Erika Gonzalez. Next on News4 today, vaccine frustrations.
As hospitals across the country struggle to get people vaccinated, the steps local doctors are taking to get shots to everyone. Plus, Lauryn Ricketts has your New Year's Eve forecast.
Yeah, and we've got some showers out there, just a little bit of snow to the north and west. We are fairly dry across the area right now. But let's talk about as we ring in 2021. That's coming up right after this.
Who is holding up that distribution to the American people? Mitch McConnell.
Now on News4 today, a rebuke of the Senate's top Republican. As increased stimulus checks are looking less likely, the response from Republicans about putting more money in your pocket.
A vaccine holdup nationwide. We're seeing a delay in COVID-19 vaccinations as hospitals look to ramp up their vaccinations. The steps being taken by healthcare workers here at home. Plus,
a college football team's plans to celebrate a big bowl win are shattered, literally. The tragic post-game fumble coming up.
News4 Today starts now.
You know, I always worry about those things when they're made of glass or crystal.
yeah.
We always got to worry. As we say good morning to you here at 4 a.m., I'm Jummy Olabanji.
And I'm Erika Gonzalez. Thank you for waking up with us on this last day of 2020. New Year's Eve is less than 24 hours away for us here on the East Coast. Many of us will ring in the new year a little differently this year, but there will still be celebrations around the world.
Yeah, here at home, we'll be celebrating with some rain in the forecast. Meteorologist Lauryn Ricketts is with us this morning to what to expect in the day ahead, this final day of 2020. Lauryn, we see on the radar behind you a lot of rain out there.
Yeah, we are going to see some rain showers throughout the day today, but I got to tell you, this has been an ever-evolving and changing forecast. So a few rain showers scooted through Baltimore, Annapolis late last night, and now we're watching for this line to come through here later on. However, looks like it's going to weaken as it heads through our area, so we're just calling for a few showers today, but this line will settle to the south of us and then kind of stick around the mid-Atlantic vicinity. So we're going to continue to keep some shower chances right on into your 2021. Current temperatures out there right now in the 40s. It's not too bad. It's actually fairly mild and we'll take a little bit of dip, but temperatures pretty much stay in the upper 40s and lower 50s today. Let's talk about those rain chances and freezing rain chances for tomorrow. That's coming up.
Okay, Lauryn, thank you. Well, while many of us will be ringing in the new year on our couches and our pajamas, the Senate will ring in the new year debating. A live look right now at Capitol Hill, where senators will reconvene this afternoon. They will hopefully vote on an override of the president's veto of a military spending bill. Late yesterday afternoon, the Senate voted in favor of beginning debate on that override. That sets up an eventual vote on the veto by later today. At the earliest, President Trump has objected to the Defense Authorization Act. He wants lawmakers to add provisions that would repeal liability protections for social media companies. He also opposes legislation in the bill that proposes renaming military installations named after Confederate leaders.
Most people who want to be working actually are working, and most Americans have not, at this point, are not experiencing a reduction in their income.
They are in denial of the hardship that the American people are experiencing now.
The Senate's not going to be bullied into rushing out more borrowed money.
Is this where Senate Republicans are going to draw the line? $2,000 checks to the American people?
This back and forth between congressional Democrats and Republicans over your COVID relief checks. As you can see, it continues. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell saying there is no realistic path to get you those $2,000 payments. He says the increased payments would add trillions to the national debt. Senator McConnell introduced a new bill with added provisions to appease President Trump, along with increased payments. Democrats say it's a non-starter. The Senate again set to reconvene later this afternoon.
Well, as the Senate continues to debate more COVID-19 relief, a new strain of the virus is spreading. The variant strain that was first discovered in the UK is now in Southern California. It was also found in Colorado Tuesday. Now there's been another new case reported in San Diego. Medical experts warn the new strain is far more transmissible than the standard coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci saying that more cases are bound to pop up and said that it was not unexpected that the virus mutated like this. So stay tuned to hear more about what Dr. Fauci has to say about this new strain. He's going to be live for us this morning. on the Today Show, right after News 4 Today. That new strain also putting a strain on American hospitals. As we continue to battle the virus, 2020 closing out with a dire warning that the country's health system is nearing its brink. Many ICU beds are full across the country, and at least 124,000 people are reported to be in treatment. Healthcare workers say that we still haven't even hit that post-holiday surge. People who were infected on Christmas may not be showing symptoms until New Year's Day or even later.
And as the number of COVID-19 cases rises, President Trump is blaming states for the delays in getting vaccines distributed all across the country. Currently, about 2 million people have been vaccinated across the U.S., a far cry from the 20 million promised by the end of the year. Health experts point to problems with the Trump administration's plan, putting states into control.
It's not an invasion. It's helpful. The federal government should be helping states.
This is the federal government abdicating its responsibility, leaving this up to the states, just like they did with testing. And we saw what happened with testing.
Admiral Brett Giroir with the White House Coronavirus Task Force acknowledged the administration, in his words, needs to be doing a better job with the vaccine rollout. Meantime, here at 4:05, the head of Maryland's Medical Society is addressing growing frustration from frontline physicians around the state about when and how they'll be vaccinated against the virus. News 4's Juliana Valencia joins us now with details on that. Juliana, good morning.
Good morning, Jummy. While non-hospital-based doctors are now eligible for the vaccine, many can't figure out how to get them. Dr. Shannon Pryor, president of the Maryland State Medical Society, said the organization has been deluged with inquiries from community physicians who are trying to find information about the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Each of Maryland's 23 counties is creating its own blueprint for distribution of doses.
We're putting that information up just as soon as we receive it. And we are in communication with all of the health departments around the state to try to get that information and disseminate it as quickly as we can.
The Baltimore Sun reports more than 80% of vaccines on hand in the state have not yet been administered. That's according to both federal and state data. And Governor Hogan's office says a lag is partly to blame, but we know this is an issue nationwide. Back to you.
All right, Juliana Valencia live for us this morning. Juliana, thank you. Meanwhile, the vaccine rollout in Virginia, that's moving slower than expected. The state health department says about 20% of its COVID-19 vaccines have been administered. Virginia has about 285,000 doses of the vaccine and began distributing them to long-term care residents earlier this week. We spoke with one healthcare worker who was able to receive the vaccine yesterday, and she says she's feeling really good about it.
I really didn't think that we were vaccine until May. So I am delighted that it's come so fast, that the scientists really got themselves together and have worked so hard to protect people.
While another 100,000 doses will be arriving in Virginia this week, the Commonwealth will still be several thousand short of vaccinating everyone in that first priority group.
Meanwhile, indoor dining is back in Anne Arundel County. County Executive Stuart Pittman making the announcement yesterday. He had tried to ban indoor dining after a spike in COVID cases. Local business owners challenged that ban in court. Pittman says now that cases have dipped, he is allowing indoor dining to continue. However, there will be restrictions like a cap at 25%. And they'll have to get everybody's information for contact tracing as well when they walk through the door. A new year is bringing new laws across our region. Starting tomorrow, Maryland's minimum wage goes up. The rate will increase to $11.75 for people working for employers with 15 or more workers. Now, for those working for employees, or employers, I should say, with fewer than 15 workers, minimum wage will increase to $11.60. New rules also coming to Virginia. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be illegal to hold a cell phone while driving. The fines start at $125 for the first offense. There are exceptions to the rule, like using a Bluetooth earpiece, but only in one ear. Virginia law prohibits earbuds in both ears while driving because, of course, you need to be able to hear what's going on.
That's right. 4:08, and many of us will be celebrating New Year's at home because of the pandemic. But if you do plan on going out, here's a way to get home safely. The Washington Regional Alcohol Program is once again teaming up with Lyft to offer sober rides. Anyone 21 and up can get a ride up to $15. Customers will have to cover any additional cost over that. You must put in a promo code in the Lyft app, which will be posted later on tonight. The offer opens at 10 p.m. It expires at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. A little bit of sports news now. Today, the Wizards have a chance to turn their season around. Washington will once again host the Chicago Bulls at Capital One Arena. The Wizards have been off to a pretty rocky start so far. They have a record of 0-4, their worst start since the 2012-2013 season. Tip-off is at 5 p.m. Hopefully they can pull it together. Well, this celebration turning into a moment of panic for the Wisconsin Badgers quarterback.
He was celebrating beating Wake Forest in a bowl game when he fumbled. And there it went, all over the floor. The trophy that he was holding lost a glass football, slipped off the pedestal, and smashed into the locker room floor. The team said it was an accident. The quarterback says it's the last trophy that he will ever drop. Oh, buddy, if you're lucky.
Let's hope it's not that expensive to replace, but I know.
I don't know about that one.
I know. I'm trying to help the guy out. I don't know if it's going to work, though.
All right, 4:10 is your time this morning. Next on News4 Today, preparing for protests.
Local business owners are gearing up for the worst in the coming year. What police want you to do come January 6th.
Plus, dating during a pandemic. We have seen a surge in online dating since the coronavirus pandemic started. The creative ways that people are keeping their love lives alive. And Lauryn Ricketts has a check of your forecast. Hello, my friend.
Hello. We are looking around for showers out there today. Now, the timing for the rain tomorrow has scooted back a little bit, but we're still watching some freezing rain drying out on Saturday as temperatures rise. And let's talk about this kind of crazy forecast as we enter 2021. We're starting off in the 40s this morning. We'll show you what's coming up on the other side of the break. Stick around.